Today I'm going to do a tier list to rank the Hunger Games films, so let's get into it. I've got one rule set for this. I'm only allowed to put one Hunger Games film in each category. So let's run quickly through the categories. We've got GOAT, the greatest of all time obviously. We've got amazing, great, good, and not it. That film that probably just we all forget about, shouldn't really have been made. We're going to start off with the first one, The Hunger Games, which I'm going to put as good. I thought it was a good film. It was very enjoyable, had some iconic moments, obviously had a lot of setting up to do, and obviously we got the whole franchise because of how successful it was, but for me it is definitely the fourth best film in the franchise. Then we come to Catching Fire, which I'm sorry, that has to be the GOAT film. It is unbelievable, the best Hunger Games film without a shadow of a doubt. The story is amazing, the character development is amazing, the Hunger Games itself was unbelievable, nothing like it. It revealed so much. Oh, it's just such an enjoyable watch. It introduced so many great new characters as well that it has to be my GOAT Hunger Games film. Then we come to Mockingjay Part 1, which, I'm sorry, it has to be not it. That film, I could have done without. I don't think it was necessarily needed. There wasn't too much learned other than showing us kind of what District 13's like. It wasn't needed. If we could have like scrammed that into like a 5-minute start of the Mockingjay Part 2, it would have been great. I understand why they did it, because every film, for some reason, after Harry Potter did it, every final film had to be Part 1, Part 2. But for me, it just wasn't needed. Then we come to The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, which I'm gonna put as amazing. I think it was a really good film. It ended it really well. We got to see like a Hunger Games, but like on the scale of the whole city's in it. We got to finally have it ended. You get the twists at the end. Yeah, it's just a really good film, and for me it's amazing, but it definitely wasn't better than Catching Fire. And finally, the final one, the new one, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which has just come out, which I'm gonna put as great. I thought that was a really enjoyable film. I liked seeing how Snow became the evil guy we see in the Hunger Games film. I think it was done really well, and the games were really interesting to see as well, to see the difference of what a game's like, the 10th version of the games were compared to the 74th, 75th, how it's not just like this sci-fi unbelievable reality that we can't really comprehend. This had a bit more realism and more like what we could see in our real world. So yeah, I thought it was really interesting and a really good film. So those are my rankings for the Hunger Games films. What are yours? Let us know in the comments.